I think we cannot really imagine the Caribbean without whales and dolphins, so it's really important to protect them. They provide many services for us in the different islands, as for example blue economy through the whale watching, for example. They're also driving the ecosystem balance through the trophic chain. And for that, I think we need to all work together to make sure they don't disappear. The CCS is a newborn NGO in the Caribbean, and the aim is to protect the cetaceans across all the different islands through cooperation, science, education, and conservation.
Specifically, the Saba Bank, it's a very biodiverse area here for the Dutch Caribbean, but also for the region. It's the third largest submerged atoll in the whole world. So it's a large area, reef system, and you can find extremely beautiful biodiversity ranging from cetaceans, many fishes, and of course the coral reefs. So the importance to protect cetaceans and study them is because there's a lot unknown for the Yaradi sanctuary. We still don't know how many species exactly occur on the Saba Bank or in the Yaradi sanctuary, but we also still need to learn a lot about their behavior. Why are they here? Why are we finding certain species here and not elsewhere?
There's many threats for cetaceans in the world that we know of, and unfortunately we don't really know exactly what are the main ones in the Caribbean for now. But as we know, there is some injuries made by the boat propellers, there's noise pollution, and we know also that the pollution through plastic or chemicals could be pretty bad for them too.
It's important to work together not only with the Dutch Caribbean islands but also all the other islands, because we are again talking about highly migratory species. We as the Dutch Caribbean can provide a safe corridor for them, a blue corridor, but of course if we are the only ones protecting them and they're not protected elsewhere, that's gonna fall.
The Caribbean Cetacean Society will promote the cooperation through capacity building. So we're going to take on board people from the different islands, from the different parts, from the different research group, from the different government, to actually train them and make sure we use the standardized protocol, and to actually make sure all the data we collect allow to actually make cooperation and comparison between the different islands.
I think it's very important for rangers to share the experience and learn, because we are the first ones to see and are in the field to experience these animals, and sharing rangers is also sharing knowledge.
Since this was my first expedition, I think I learned quite a lot, mostly about the marine mammal research and living on the boat and working with the hydrophone and photo identification.
It's just very satisfying to get in the right moment and take a good photo, and then it's just rewarding. And of course you're in the moment where you see a species, what you were waiting for all days.
This morning was my favorite moment, where we saw the pilot whales and the dolphins. I don't really know the species because I'm not marine. I'm just getting familiar with it, but it was great to see something more than 3 species. It was awesome.
Well, I'm just very happy in general that the Caribbean Cetacean Society comes all the way to the north over here to also visit the Saba Bank. Since our organization doesn't have all the means and the equipment to research whales on the Saba Bank properly, I think it's a very nice thing that they're coming over here so we can at least see what's out there.
To continue protecting cetaceans, so marine mammals, for the upcoming 10 years, we definitely need to continue monitoring them. We need to have a long-term plan in order to see if we are missing maybe a few species that we haven't recorded yet, to establish if we have certain individuals that keep coming back, which ones are we sharing with other waters, and of course to keep sharing knowledge with everyone involved during the projects.
With this gain of data and this continuity across time and geographical scale, we will be able to actually consolidate and give opportunity to the government to make action which will be related to the real data of where are the species and how many we've got. So I think continuity will be the key. So thanks to the support of WWF, DCNA and Blue Marine Foundation, as well as all the other partners of the Whale An Nou project, we actually have been able to complete this mission with the help on board of the ranger, the officer of the different park of the different Dutch islands. But this is really important because this mission will also be in parallel with all the other mission with the other parks from the other islands. So we're actually building a big community where everyone from every island is able to actually study the whale and protect them.